Hey guys, this is Haley from werent.com, and in today's video, I thought I would do a Q&A for you guys. If you guys are not following me on my social media, you definitely should. On my Instagram, official 101 Rabbits, I asked several weeks ago now for you guys to ask me some questions for Q&A, and I'm just finally getting around to filming it. So yeah, definitely follow my Instagram if you guys want to be involved in videos like this. I also have another Instagram for my shop called 101rabbits.shop. So I have two different ones. Make sure you follow them, links down below. So let's go ahead and get started. Also, I'm doing this video in the bunny room in hopes that the bunnies come around. It's also 1:43 p.m. and they are sleeping, so not sure they will make an appearance, but let's just go ahead and get started. So I asked people on Instagram to ask more like unique questions or like questions that aren't super basic. So let's go ahead and see what people asked. So I will start with like the most common question, and I had no idea people were this interested in my life, but everyone is asking, have I ever had a boyfriend? Have I ever gone on a date? Have I ever been in a relationship? Am I in a relationship? All of these questions. The answer is no, I am not in a relationship. I've never been in a relationship. You know, I'm not really that interested at the time, but you know, someday we'll get there, but right now, I'm all right. I don't know how else to answer that. The other most common question is, are you going to get another rabbit? This is a question asked every single Q&A. The answer is no. I mean, yes, in the future, I probably will get another rabbit at some point, but no, I'm not getting any more rabbits than the rabbits I have currently. The only time I would get another rabbit is if Ebony or Sterling passed away, just so that, you know, I always want them to be bonded with someone. So if one of them were to pass away, I would get another one to bond with them. But beyond that, I have no plans on getting another rabbit, and hopefully not for a long time. Hopefully they both live several more years. But Ebony is 7 years old, so I mean, I would assume she would probably pass away before Sterling, but you know, you never know with rabbits. How many rabbits have you had in your life? I've only had 5 rabbits: Mocha, Lulu, Ebony, Sterling, Belle. Yeah, that's the order I got them in. And Belle and Mocha have both passed away, so I only have 3 bunnies currently. If you weren't a YouTuber, what would your job be? So this is a hard one. I would say when I was around 17 years old, I was really thinking about, you know, where my life was gonna go, if I was gonna do YouTube or, you know, something else. The direction I was hoping to go if YouTube didn't work out was some sort of animal training. I was really looking into like some sort of service dog training or training with horses. It's just hard to make money in those occupations sometimes. A lot of them are more volunteer based, and for that reason I never really pursued them. But yeah, it would definitely be working with animals. I've also been offered jobs at like vet clinics as a vet tech assistant. I don't know, basically you're not a vet tech because you haven't gone to school, but then there's like an assistant or whatever. I don't know, I've been offered a job like that before. So yeah, it's probably something like that. I just never really looked into it because, you know, YouTube did work out. So yeah, I get this question a lot, so I'm going to answer it. It's, what should I do if my bunny's paws are dirty, since you're not supposed to give rabbits baths? I think a lot of people are very concerned about the color of the rabbit's paws, and especially if your rabbit is white, it can be concerning if they're, you know, the paws are yellow or brown looking. But honestly, you do not need to worry about it unless your rabbit is like in dirt or something. And even then, like, there's nothing dangerous about the color of your rabbit's paw being a different color. All of my rabbit's paws are slightly different color than the rest of their fur because yes, they are gonna be standing on hay, they're gonna be standing on litter, they're gonna be standing on pee sometimes. It just happens. It's like if you were walking outside barefoot all the time, like it just happens. And it's not a big deal. Rabbits clean themselves very, very well. Just what happens. There's no reason to wash it. The only time I've ever washed my rabbit's feet is if they stepped in poop, like cecotropes, like the squishy poop, and they weren't able to clean it off themselves. This happens a lot in elderly rabbits. Then you would probably want to wash that off. Another thing is one time I had my rabbits in a carrier and I didn't have a towel on the bottom and Mocha peed. And so they were like sitting in a puddle of pee and I immediately got them out, but they were soaked in pee. So in that case, I did get the pee off as best as I could. So otherwise, there's no reason to wash them. I know a lot of people are concerned with it, but it's not a problem. Is having a YouTube channel hard to keep up with? Definitely, for sure. I struggle a lot with it, especially because, you know, I have a lot of health problems. Obviously, I literally am connected to IV fluids currently. Like, because of my health, it's really, really difficult. Obviously, even if you don't have health problems, it can be difficult. But for that reason, you know, my life is unpredictable. There's some days where I plan on filming and I can't because I don't feel well, things like that. It's also become a lot more difficult since starting my online shop, just because I'm managing employees, I'm managing buying all the stuff for my shop and planning new products and all of that type of stuff that I'm really bad at, like all the businessy stuff. It's been hard to balance everything, but I do really enjoy it and it is what I'm passionate about. So obviously I'm happy on what I do, but yeah, it's definitely hard. And that's why, especially this summer, there's been a little bit of lack of content a couple weeks, just because, you know, things happen and I'm not always able to put a video up every single week, but it's my goal and it's my plan to try and do that. Is it hard to look after bunnies with a disability? So I did make a video about this like a couple months ago. I'll leave it in the iCard, but yeah, it is hard to take care of animals when you are disabled. My first two bunnies, Mocha and Lulu, I got them when I was 12. So obviously I was not sick back then, so it was a lot easier. At the time when I had 5 rabbits is right before I got sick with the condition I have called POTS. And because of that, I haven't been getting more rabbits since getting sick, just because I realized when I was healthy, 5 rabbits was, you know, easy to take care of. But then when I started getting sick, I'm like, oh no, this is really hard. So yeah, that's why I'm not getting more bunnies after my rabbits have been passing away, is because I am not physically able to take care of as many rabbits as I used to. Rabbits are very physically demanding. Unlike other pets, I feel like my cats are a lot easier, but with rabbits, they tend to be very messy and you have to vacuum a lot and you have to clean a lot, so that's been very difficult. Yeah, it's definitely something I still obviously want to continue having rabbits. It's just I can't have 5 rabbits anymore. That's why I'll probably in the future only have 2 bunnies at once, just because it's a lot easier. What do you do for work or as a job? So I got a lot of these questions and I find it kind of interesting because I didn't know people didn't realize that 101 Rabbits is my job. So YouTube is part of the job. I make YouTube videos once a week, things like that. And then I also have my shop, 101rabbits.com, and that's been growing very well, which I'm very happy about. We have so many exciting plans that are literally going to be announced like in the next 2 weeks, hopefully. So yeah, that's my job and that's what I do, and it's been working very well, and I'm very happy because, you know, because of my disabilities, I'm not able to work outside of the home, so I'm very thankful that something like this did work out. Next question is, how tall are you? I'm like exactly 5'5". Like sometimes I'm like slightly under, sometimes I'm like right on it. I feel like height is so weird. Like if you're wearing the wrong shoes or if you're not wearing shoes, like everything's different. How is Lulu doing? So I know I haven't talked about her a lot or posted about her a lot. That's just because she is getting very old. She's, how old is she? 11 and a couple months old. Which is pretty old for a bunny. So she has a lot of arthritis. The arthritis hasn't really gotten worse, but it hasn't gotten better, obviously. And then she also is blind in one of her eyes as well. So she just doesn't do a whole lot anymore. She likes to eat. She gets very excited for her food, but then she kind of just sleeps all day because she is very old. How old am I? I am 23 years old. I just turned 23 on June 10th of this year. If there was one bunny breed you could get, what would it be? You know, I'm not super into breeds. Like, I've always been, you know, kind of, I just rescue the rabbit that needs to be rescued type of person. But if my dream breeds, like in the future, like I would love to sometime own a Flemish giant, but I struggle just because they don't have as long of lifespan, so that would be really hard on me to like see them pass away sooner. And you know, I don't know, but the giant rabbits are just so cute and I would love one. Not just a Flemish, other giant breeds as well. I'd also like to get a white rabbit someday, just like for sentimental reasons. I had a bunny growing up, a stuffed bunny that I slept with from birth until like age 8, I think. And I slept with her every night and I called her Nani. So I want to have a white bunny and name her Nani. I know it's a really weird name, but when I was little, I couldn't say the word bunny. So I said like Nani, I guess. I don't know, but that's a dream someday. Be honest, does your bunny room smell, especially if the door is closed? For me, I can't smell it. Like as long as the litter boxes are clean, and they're not even that clean right now. I didn't just clean them, like they've been sitting for a couple days. I can't smell anything. I will say if I didn't live here, let's say someone else who doesn't live in my house and doesn't have bunnies, they would probably say the bunny room smells like hay and pine, just because I use pine pellet litter and I have a lot of hay in here. So that's the only smell I get from people is they say it smells like hay. But beyond that, it doesn't smell unless their litter box like needs to be changed. And in that case, obviously you would clean it. But beyond that, if it's clean, no, it doesn't smell to me. You know, hay doesn't really bother me. All right, so I've been getting a couple questions about my future dog that I am getting. For those of you guys who do not follow me on my personal social media, I have a personal Instagram, Haley's Life Through a Lens. I also have a YouTube channel named Haley's Life Through a Lens, and a TikTok, Haley's Life Through a Lens. So if you guys don't follow me there, you wouldn't know, but I am getting a dog in March of 2021, and he will actually be a service dog. So he will be a task trained service dog to mitigate my disabilities. This will really help provide me more freedom. It'll help prevent, you know, injuries or health flares, and it will definitely change my life for the better. So I will be getting a service dog, and the puppy was actually born. He will be getting temperament tested August 30th, so probably he would already be temperament tested by the time this video comes out. If one of the 4 males passes the temperament test, then we will be taking home one of those males. Well, I won't be taking home. My service dog trainer will be taking home one of the males, and she will be puppy raising it the first 8 months of its life. So she will get the dog at 2 months old and then train it for 6 months. And when the dog is 8 months old, I will fly out to Washington, D.C. and have a week-long training session with the service dog trainer. And she will teach me how to work with the dog, how to train the dog, because he will not be fully trained at 8 months. It takes about 2 years for a dog to be considered fully trained as a service dog. At 8 months, I will go to Washington, D.C., learn everything that he's learned so far, and I will take him home and continue the training at home. I will still be working with the trainer via Skype because she does live in Maryland and I live in Wisconsin, so we live quite far away. But I will continue the training at home. If I have issues, I can always fly out there and she can help me with them. But yeah, it's super, super exciting. However, it is a very, very expensive cost. Service dogs are very expensive. They are not covered by any health insurance, anything like that. Even though I do have a doctor's note for the service dog, they're not covered by anything. So all of the expenses are up to me. And I don't make a lot of money. So it's hard because the service dog is going to be close to $20,000 in total at the end. However, I need to raise $10,000 over the next 6 months before I bring the dog home in March. There'll still be costs after that, but the first $10,000 is gonna be really, really hard. So if you guys are interested, no pressure whatsoever. I do have a GoFundMe that I will link below that I did start to help raise support for the service dog, just because $10,000 is a big cost, and normally for something that large, people take loans out and things like that, but obviously you're not gonna take a loan out for a service dog. So if you guys are interested in helping, no pressure at all, but you can go check out the GoFundMe. You can also just go check it out if you wanna read about my story, why I'm getting a service dog, things like that. I have it all written down in the GoFundMe link. You can just check it out if you're curious. But yeah, so many people have donated, and it just like insane to me because half the people who donated, I have no idea who they are. Like, I don't know how they found me, or like some of them have been from TikTok and I don't even know them personally, and they've donated money, and I'm just like beyond grateful to everyone who has helped me with this process, because this is literally going to be a life-changing treatment for me and helpful, I can't think. But yeah, if you guys want to learn more, you can go to the GoFundMe link or to my personal Instagram. I do talk a lot more on there. So I'm gonna answer another question right now because everyone has been asking this like crazy. What are you gonna do with a dog and rabbits in the same home? So it's actually quite common to have dogs and rabbits, but we are taking a ton of precautions as well. So the service dog, when he's first growing up, is going to be with a service dog trainer, and she's going to do her best to expose him to small animals from a very young age. So she has some people who are going to let her be around bunnies. She's going to be around other small animals like chickens and like, you know, a lot of prey animals, just so the dog is very used to it and exposed to it. But then when the dog comes home with me, she's gonna work with me a lot to help me get the dog really, really used to bunnies. I do not plan to have the dog necessarily in the bunny room. I just want them to be comfortable, like through a cage type of thing, like a cage bar, or, you know, comfortable enough to see each other. The reason I don't plan on bringing the dog ever like in with the rabbits is because Ebony has extreme anxiety around other animals. So she hates cats and gets very, very upset if cats are ever in her space, and I would assume a dog would be 10 times worse. So the reason is I just don't want to stress out the bunnies, so that's probably not going to happen, especially with Ebony. So yeah, but just wanted to get that out of the way because I've had like a million questions, like, what are you gonna do with the bunnies when you get a service dog? Like, it's fine, we're taking care of it, it's all gonna be fine. Sorry for that long spiel. There's a lot to say. What hobbies did you have as a child? I don't know if you mean hobbies or like extracurricular activities, but when I was really young, I was in gymnastics until I was about 10-ish, I think. So I was in gymnastics for quite a long time, but then I quit after having just a lot of injuries. Like nothing serious, but I would just hurt myself all the time, and I hated competitions. Like I'm like the least competitive person on the planet. Competition, competitiveness literally gives me anxiety, like really bad anxiety. Like I hate even like board games for that reason. I'm so not competitive. So I quit gymnastics and I went to dance. I don't remember how many years I was in dance, but I did ballet, point, jazz, a little bit of hip hop, musical theater, and modern. So I was in a lot of dance for a long time until I started having chronic knee dislocations. That was before I knew I had a connective tissue disorder. So I had to quit dance at the age of 15 just because I would dislocate my knee constantly, and it was just dangerous and not safe anymore. So yeah, that's what I did as a kid. Do I have plans to have kids? Oh my goodness, I feel way too young to have children. Although my mom had like 2 kids by my age, so no, I do not plan on having kids. Well, at least anytime soon. And even if I did have kids, I plan on adopting. I do not plan on like, you know, having them myself. Am I thinking of getting married? No. I don't even have a relationship. I'm not getting married. Was I homeschooled? Yes, I was homeschooled from preschool all the way to graduation. do I live with my parents or near them, next to them? So people were wondering like where I live. I live next door to my parents, but my parents do not live there full time. So they have two different houses and they switch between them. But yes, I live right next door to them, but my house is purely my house, like no one else lives in it. Like I don't have a roommate or anything. Am I vegan? I am vegan. I've been vegan for a long time now. I think like 3 years. I don't know. Can't remember, but I've been vegetarian since I was 16, 17, 18, I don't know. Most expensive thing my rabbit has destroyed? Probably Lulu. She was my most destructive rabbit just because I wasn't super good at bunny proofing back then, especially because she lived in my bedroom, so I had a lot of stuff in my bedroom. She chewed through a refrigerator cord twice. That was probably expensive. Did you or are you going to school? No, I never went to college. I graduated high school, but then I took 2 college classes my senior year of high school, and I was like, never again, never going to college again. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, I would have gone to college if I had to for my career choice, whatever, but I struggle a lot in school. School is not my strong suit. I have a lot of learning disabilities, so reading is hard for me, and I do not enjoy it. So school was never my thing. Okay, so that's basically it for today's video. I know the Q&A was kind of more personal than rabbit-based. I hope that's okay. Let me know if you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to check out my online shop if you guys want to see a bunch of really fun, cool rabbit toys like the ones seen behind me. Yeah, definitely follow my social media because I have some very exciting news to do with my shop very, very soon. It might even be announced by the time this video is up. Not sure, but check the Instagram to see. Also, don't forget to check out my personal Instagram or my Gofundme link if you want to learn more about why I'm getting a service dog. Yeah, let me know if you guys enjoyed this Q&A. Q&As aren't always my favorite to film because I feel like the same questions are asked over and over and over again, but I tried to do like more unique questions this time. I don't know. Let me know. Sterling is chewing. I'm gonna show you the bunnies real quick. I wanted them to be in this video, but they slept the entire time. Come on, Sterling. Come on. Hi. Oh, there you are. Hi, Ebony. How are you? Are you a good boy? Oh, you gonna chin me? Yeah? Hi. How are you? Why are you hiding? Come and show your beautiful face. He's like, no, I'm not coming out. This is why you don't film with rabbits in the middle of the afternoon, because they're like, no, I'm not working with you. Come here. Come on. Come on. Hi. He's a good boy. He's like, you don't have treats, I'm leaving. So that's basically it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry for the long, rambly rants. I like to talk. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys very soon on a new video. Bye.